Hello everybody and welcome back to more Let's Play Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. Last time, we finally got our ways into the Vermilion City Gym and defeated Lieutenant Surge, who not only gave us the badge, but also the greatest thing ever, which is, I hope it's in my bag here. Yes, here it is, the autograph. Lieutenant Surge, he wrote, "Good luck!" Awesome, perfect, I love this thing. It is the best thing that's ever happened here. Anyways, today, Misty has directed us over to the way to Diglett's cave, so today we're going to be doing that. As you probably already suspected here, I brought Daisy out here because, well, she hasn't been out yet, so I figured, why not? Let her cheerily follow us in here. Now, you had the option to come in here earlier, but I decided not to do that for story reasons, just to have Misty show you this area. But there is a Pokemon here that you can catch if you're having a tough time with Lieutenant Surge. Well, Hobie, did you know? This huge, long tunnel. It was dug entirely by Diglett. Who would have thunk? Yes, because that is a Pokemon that's actually catchable here. As you probably would have blinkly seen, because it's called, well, Diglett's Cave. Speaking of which, Diglett and Dugtrio, its evolved form, are the only two Pokemon that can be captured here. Well, actually, there's also Zubat and Chansey, but that's not for a while. Those are actually a little bit more rare. Diglett and Dugtrio are known as the Revenge Killers. They're very well versed in being able to switch in late to help clean up the rest of the fight, because their attack stat really isn't that great, and they are very frail. But the thing that makes them just very useful is the fact that they are incredibly fast and can whip out an earthquake like it's nothing. It's really great. The real downside I have to say about it is that even though that Dugtrio got a very nice and respectable attack stat in Generation 6, the real downside about it in this particular game is that its moves really aren't that great. It only really learns a bunch of rock and ground type moves, with the exception of either Stealth Rock or even Sludge Bomb, but why would you ever want to use that when you've got, you know, Toxic that we get later on, so it's really no hassle on my foot there. But even then, it's widely well known as a good fast option if you just want like an early game ground type, or you just want something really, really fast early. It's pretty nice, and while it does take a while to evolve, like I said, you can catch Dugtrio here just so much easier, and even though Dugtrio is a lot rarer, finding it right before then, that's pretty dang nice, I will admit that. We've already caught two Digletts over here, but we haven't run into a single dingle doodly Diglett. Well, actually, there might be hidden items around here, so you might want to check on Eevee or Pikachu's tail, just to, like, you know, make sure that you haven't run into anything unique. Oh, wow! Speaking of Dugtrio, you know what that means? Wow, it's actually pretty weak. Only level 15. I never really expected that. Dugtrio is pretty difficult to catch because, you know, you saw that. It's now orange tag, so it's going to be just a little bit easier. But, hey, we can always try. And go! Oh, of course. Oh, did you just see that just ping-balled itself? Okay, would you stop that? Go! Oh, come on! Stop it! You just do it at the right time, don't you? There you go. Excellent capture. Come on, can we catch a Dugtrio? Can we catch a Dugtrio? No, we cannot. Cool. Awesome. Alright. Raspberries. I'm almost tempted to go ahead and start using Great Balls, but I don't think we have any, so... Come on. Chuck! That was a terrible chuck. Let's try that again. And chuck! Or not. Okay, this is how it's going here. I see how it is. I see how it is. Come on. Come on. Ah, come on. Do I have Great Balls? I do have Great Balls. Let's go ahead and use that. I guess it's our first time using our Great Ball then. Because I really don't want to waste any more raspberries. And this thing is just being incredibly annoying. Case in point. Come on. Yeah, there you go. And excellent. This has to be good, right? Oh, what? Come on! Wow, okay, I see how it is. So is this entire video is just gonna be me just like having the hardest time of trying to catch a simple Dugtrio? Well, I know its catch rate is pretty low, but like, come on. See, case in point, it's just like never. We're just like 5 minutes into this video, I'm already having a hard time trying to catch 3 Digletts. Because that's what Dugtrios basically is 3 Digletts. You know, it's funny, I've actually once read a description about this guy who had a dream where they had a, saw a Dugtrio, but like many Digletts formed together to create a new Dugtrio evolution called Dugstruction. If they actually ended up going ahead and using that idea— oh, really? You mean I wasted all that time for nothing? Wow, that's just wonderful. I wasted all those great balls for nothing. Just fan-freaking-tastic. Awesome. Thank you so much for that. Oh, hey. I've heard there's a tunnel even darker inside than this one somewhere. Somewhere out there. Somewhere! Somehow! I don't know how the rest of that song goes, but you get what I'm trying to reference there. So we're back over here on Route 2, actually, which is kind of nice. We're right near the Viridian Forest, Viridian City, and Pewter City, which is pretty darn cool. You go behind here and you'll be able to get yourself a nice little sack of 3 Great Balls, which I'm pretty sure that's how many I actually used to try to catch that Dugtrio, and failed miserably, but we won't talk about that. There is, however, a house over here who'll be like, Charlie! What? Don't sneak up on me like that around the corner. Remember me? I want Professor Oak's assistance. I'm so glad I ran into you. Why did I show you a neat trick? Actually, no. It's a little bit too bright out there. Or out here. Inside. I'll be waiting inside to show you. Whenever you're ready, Charlie. Oh, it's like I just leave you here. That's perfect. You know, I'm just gonna do just that. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna go ahead and do that. That's just rude. Even though I can be a rude person at times. So you came. Now let's get down to brass tasks. I've got something to show you. Believe it or not, I have mastered the secret technique, Light Up. Now, let me turn off the lights and... oh my god, no! This is Five Nights at Freddy's Send Up Night all over again, when you run out of power. There, nice and dark. Now if you calm your heart and breathe deeply, you'll be able to sense your surroundings, no matter how dark it is. Oh my god, it's so beautiful! See? It seems bright even with the lights off. Oh, so the lights are off right now? Okay. Whatever you say, pal. My keen focus spreads those around me when you see. Does that mean I can't see or only you can? I don't know the logic around this. Like, I'm already way too confused. Here, I can teach you how to do it too. No, sorry, I'm not all about secret techniques that humans are apparently known for. Let's just go back to our classic roots and have Pokemon learn HM moves. You know, that's how it's supposed to be. Huh? It seems Eevee wants to learn it instead, Charlie. Please do. What? You say there knows a secret technique, Chop Down? I see. Professor Oak had mentioned it, but it really does seem that your Eevee is special. Fascinating. Let me try to teach it. It's not... he's just not special. He's my special taco, okay? Fascinating. Let me try to teach it. Here, let me turn off the lights again. Oh, wait a minute. You're telling me the... okay, whatever. I'm not understanding the logic about turning the lights on and off again like he does with this technique, but whatever. Now you follow what I do. Calm your heart. Breathe deeply and... sense your surroundings! Da-da-da-da! Oh, wrong game. We learn the secret technique, Light Up. This is basically Flash in the form of a technique. Your Eevee, it really is quite wonderful. Now, use secret technique to your heart's content. That's what I plan to do. Since they're not moves, you can use them even if your Pokemon doesn't have the energy to battle. You mean if Eevee dies? Oh, well, that's never gonna happen because you're my precious little taco. That's right, you can never faint, even though we did in the Lieutenant Surge fight, but whatever. What do you gotta say, Twerp? You can get through the rock tunnel if you use the secret technique, Light Up. Do you know where the rock tunnel is? You'll find it if you head east from Cerulean City, which sounds like it's going to be our next destination, doesn't it? But we're not going to be doing that quite yet. Since we're around here in Viridian... oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, Charlie. Did you learn how to use Light Up from Professor Oak's assistant too? What? You didn't learn it, but Taco did? Your partner of yours really is amazing, Charlie. I know, right? Hey, you know what? I actually know some place where you might be able to use it. Want me to take you there? He can take you straight over to Route 9, or the front of Route 9 if you want to, but we're not going to do that. I'm fine by myself. Really? Well, okay. You sure you'll be alright? Yeah, I want to go alone. Okay, fine. I see you don't want to be friends. Just in the case, let me give you directions. If you head east from Cerulean City, you'll reach a place called the Rock Tunnel. It's supposed to be pitch dark in there. Be careful. I bet you that's what Trace would probably say at the end of the text if you actually did follow him. But we are on the other side of Route 2, which is something that we couldn't have done prior until we have been able to have learned Chop Down from the Sea Captain. So yeah, an alternate destination. Isn't that great? And the music magically changed for whatever reason. Hello, how you doing? CP stands for Combat Power. Whoa! Combat! Okay, apparently that's all you're gonna say. People who can use secret techniques are so cool, aren't they? Can you use them? No, but my Eevee can. That makes him just so special, and I love my precious little Eevee. Yes, it's right here. Oh, item right over here. I didn't even see that item while I was walking past. A leaf stone. So, if you have picked up a Bellsprout or an Oddish or whichever version that you're playing, and they evolved into Bloom or Weeping Bell, well, you can go ahead and evolve them now, which is great. Super potion there. I will warn you though, Stone Evolution Pokemon don't learn any moves leveling up after they evolve. Well, in some cases they can, but just like very late, so be wary about that. We can go ahead and use Chop Down to get to the other side if you want to, but I think there's something over here. Wait, there's nothing over here? Really? Okay, fine. So we can go ahead and head into Viridian City if you want to, which is exactly what I'm going to be doing. Because I want to show you something that I'm pretty sure not a lot of people ever properly do for whatever reason. So I can go ahead and show you that. He does stay there forever. Wow, okay, I guess my theory was correct. He does stay there forever. Okay, so we're back over here in Pallet Town, where everything all began. Oh, you think I can jump back into my TV screen and come back into reality and bring Eevee with me? We go ahead and talk to Professor Oak. Ah, good to see you. How is your Pokedex coming along? Here, let me take a look. Your current progress on your Pokedex is 62 Pokemon seen and 32 Pokemon caught. And Professor Oak's judgment is, it's clear you're trying hard. I've told one of my assistants to set you up with the judge function. He's waiting at the gate on Route 11, so be sure to get it from him. Well, it's a good thing that we have done that. You can have your Pokedex judged from Professor Oak anytime you want, though I will say it's a bit of a long trek. This is probably the earliest time that you're actually able to do that without having to worry about that if you caught a whole bunch of Pokemon. And he'll also tell you hints about, like, any of his aids out there that will give you added functions to your Pokedex or any progress that you may have done with catching your Pokedex. So that's actually pretty neato, in case you're going for a complete 150 Pokedex, but I personally not going to be doing that, since there are some Pokemon that are only locked behind a fence that you can no longer have access to. What a shame. What you got there, Daisy? Just one raspberry? Man, Ivysaur's only got 3 one time. And you slacking. There is a chop down tree that you can do right here to chop down right in the edges of Viridian City. Viridian City! You go ahead and head down this way and you can talk to this guy. Huh? What? I must have dozed off in the sun. I had this weird dream. A lost spirit became a flame and was floating around. Huh? I seem I picked up this TM without realizing it. Eek! That's creepy! I better give it to you! We got TM11 Will-O-Wisp. Our Vulpix already has his move, but I might as well go ahead and tell you what it is. It is a fire-type move that allows it to inflict the burn status condition, which is a very nice condition on any physical attackers, since they not only do you lose HP at the end of each turn, but your attack stat is also cut in half when you're inflicted with this burn status, which is pretty nice and handy. I bet you didn't expect to see me here so soon, now would you? Well, since we're around here in Viridian City, I might as well show you that you have access to 3 badges now. Yes, that music is still pretty darn awesome. You go ahead to the security guard. He's asking you for the boulder badge. Go right ahead. Each of this is a badge check. There's 8 badge checks within this Route 23, which is what this area actually is, Route 23. There are no new Pokemon for us to actually capture here, unfortunately, because you can actually catch Pokemon here. But I just might as well want to show you what this area actually is going to be like. You got the Thunder Badge. Not only that, but let's go right ahead. By the way, it looks like you got Lieutenant Searcher's autograph. Must be nice. Haha, I guess you're jealous now, aren't you? You can pretty much go all the way up to this point over here, which will net you an item, which is 3 golden Nanab berries. Now, you might be wondering, what is it that they do? Well, honestly, I also personally have no idea. They go in their catching pocket. Golden Nanab berries. These will make Pokemon drastically easier to catch if I give it to them. Oh, those are the raspberries. 3 golden Nanab berries. A berry that calms wild Pokemon when you're trying to catch them drastically when given to them. Which is pretty nice. Makes them a lot more calmer and not be all sporadic or anything. So we're able to get through 3 badge gates if you want to. There is water over there, and beyond that there's also tall grass. You can pass this point, only have the rainbow badge. You don't have a rainbow badge yet. You must have it to get to the Pokemon League. So that's all I really want to show you. So you can go to badge checks if you want to, and the farther that you go, the more Pokemon you actually be able to catch. Though I'm pretty sure, as many of you know, you collect all the badges first, and then be able to catch Pokemon. Honestly, I would highly suggest that you come here when you've gotten your 4th badge. Not right away, not until you get a certain technique after you reach, say, Fuchsia City areas. Once you reach that area, then I suggest you can go to the Pokemon League, because there is a Pokemon here that can only be found, like a Pokemon family that can only be found at the Pokemon League. So just keep that in mind. We have now returned over back to Pewter City, which is interesting. Funny enough, though, there is also still this lady right over here. Like I said, the last time that we sat this Slowpoke before, she gave us a big pearl. You can do this like once a day, and she'll give you a big pearl every time that you do that. Just in case you're wondering if you want some decent selling money. But hey, Daisy, what you got here? You got something spooky over in the corner. And it's another raspberry. Again, well, you're kind of catching up there a little bit. You're raising my stock a little bit, but Ivy's sort of done a better job about that. But just saying. Just saying. Since we have Chop Down, this area was not available to us before on the other side of the Pewter Museum. And you go ahead and chop it. We chop it down, boy. We now have access to the other side of this counter, which is actually pretty cool. The secrets of space, the mysteries of Earth. There are so many things which we know so little. But that should spur us to study harder, not throw in the towel. Exactly, my friend, exactly. Shh, listen, I need to share a secret with someone. I think that this chunk of amber contains Pokemon DNA. Oh, shh, I'm supposed to be quiet about that. Shh. There should be a shattering scientific breakthrough if Pokemon could be resurrected from it. But my colleagues just ignore what I have to say. So, I have a favor to ask. I want you to get this examined at a Pokemon lab somewhere. You receive the Old Amber. This is actually a Pokemon fossil, a hidden Pokemon fossil that a lot of people don't even know about, which is actually pretty darn cool. You can't sneak in the back way. Nice try, kid, but no. Oh, whatever. Do you know what that amber is? Yes. There's a lab somewhere trying to resurrect creatures from amber, which contains genetic material of ancient creatures. Exactly, which is amber is also considered as fossilized resin, too. We have 2 fossils of rare prehistoric Pokemon on exhibit. And you were uneventful at all. Okay, so that's nice. So we have an old amber under our possessions, and like I said, those fossils that we have, we can take them to a certain lab that will be available to us later in life, and we can resurrect them to turn into fossil Pokemon. Which is pretty cool, but that's not going to be for a long time, so just keep that in mind. Daisy found yet another raspberry, so now we're up to 3. So I guess, you know, you're living up to your expectations a little bit there, Psyduck, I guess. Oh, well, apparently Daisy found a Nab berry this time around. Mixing things up now, aren't you, Daisy? I still want that item over there. Can't get it till much later. Back down over here into the Gym of the Cerulean, or the City of the Cerulean. I guess you guys know which one I'm referencing, don't you? You know who it is I'm referencing. Daisy, please stop looking at the fountain. Which Pokemon wouldn't it be, especially when you're a water type? Something that I probably should have mentioned here is that earlier in the week, I actually received a comment from a follower of mine saying that there was a fun fact about Misty since we're here. Is that these 3 trainers right here, see these 3 trainers before you go ahead and fight Misty, which by the way, they're actually all optional with the exception of 1 trainer. They're actually all named after the 3 sisters of Misty's in the anime, which is a cool little thing that I didn't know about. So I want to thank her for pointing that out. That was actually a really cool thing. Anyways though, now with that being said, we have seen everything that we could possibly do in earlier areas at the time being, and we've gotten back into Cerulean City, which is actually where we needed to go. So I guess with that being said, next time on Let's Play Pokemon Let's Go Eevee, we are going to be heading eastward onto Route 9, which is going to be our next destination, because there is apparently a tunnel that's rocky and needs to be seen, and needs to be lit up, or something like that. I'm not too sure. I lost my words there. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see y'all here next time for more Let's Go Eevee. Bye!